everybody. Yeah, it's a Saturday afternoon, taking a break from football. I'm sort of ODing on football today. A lot of games on, a lot of bowl games. Yeah, just watching some Penn State, rooting for the Big Ten teams as I usually do. But today I'm going to do one I've had for a while. It's been on a shelf for a while in a store. Another one from Lagunitas I've never had before. I'm going to do the hairy eyeball. They call it perihelial release. It says a roasty, toasty, malty, hangover-halting beer, especially formulated for when you wake up feeling like you need to shave your eyeballs to see the new day. It says availability October to December. I think it's been on our shelf about a month now. 9.4% ABV, according to the website. The bottle says 9.1, and it says on the website says IBU 56.66. I just like to know how, and that's what it says on the bottle. So I don't know how they get to 1/100 of an IBU, but anyway, let's get this. I'm not knowing what to expect. I really don't know what kind of beer is this other than a roasty, toasty, malty, hangover-halting beer. I don't have a hangover. I never get a hangover anymore. I never drink that much. But let's get it poured and see what we got. Alrighty. Oh, I can smell a little bit of that already. Yeah, we got a nice, that's mahogany. That's beyond amber. That's mahogany. Beautiful, beautiful looking beer. Nice mahogany amber type glow around the base of the bottle. Fairly clear. The light shows through it pretty good. What started out as a finger of a nice like khaki colored head. Dissipating fairly quickly, but it looks like it might leave some lacing. Seems to be a decent amount of carbonation streaming up, not super heavy, but decent amount of carbonation, so let's get a nose on it. Oh wow, yeah, it's going to be a sweet beer, again. Sugary malts right up at the front. Getting some caramel, some toffee, little brown sugar, molasses, all the sweet things you can think of are right there in the front. Might be some spices, almost like a light cinnamon or light nutmeg or something in there. There's some faint roasty notes. There's some fruity notes, almost like cranberries, and yeah, a lot like cranberries. Definitely a malty, doughy, bready beer, that's for sure. Really, really nice smelling beer, although fairly light. So let's get a taste. Oh wow, yeah, those malts really hit you hard right up front there. A lot of toffee and caramel right there in the beginning. They're just maybe some slightly bitter, almost woody notes in there, but a lot of other sweetness, brown sugar notes in there. There's almost like some roasted nuts, just a hint of chocolate. There are some hops in here because there's some citrusy notes, primarily orange, but then you get those spices almost like cinnamon and stuff. It's got a mildly bitter finish. I think maybe from the hops. I think there are some hops that kick in on the end there. Seems to be like a mixture of some light and dark fruits in there, maybe some pears and some apples, along with some, like I said before, cranberries, but these are darker, almost like plums, I think. Or maybe a hint of vanilla. There's a lot going on here. vanilla's there, but it's kind of subdued though. This is almost like a lighter flavored barley wine, really. It's got the dark fruit and a lot of those dark sweet malts. Just a like on the nose, just a light hint of chocolate, but it's mostly the toffee and the caramel, and then those fruits. The fruits come out a little bit more in the flavor than they did in the nose, but then you get that somewhat slightly bitter, almost herbal citrus hop finish right there on the end. Wow, yeah, that's good. Seemed to be kind of a medium-bodied, fairly sticky though in the mouthfeel, real soft carbonation. So it feels a little thicker than it actually is, I think. But that soft carbonation, that medium-bodied, it feels a little sticky, and then that slightly bitter finish just kind of cleans things up. Although there is some sweetness lingering, but so far so good. Never had this before, so let me sit and sip on this. I'm gonna go back and watch some more football, and I'll be back in a while with the final thoughts and grade. Hey there, yeah, I'm back. It's been a while. Been watching the Penn State Boston College game. Pretty good game. Sort of watched the end of the another game that was a Duke and Carolina game that almost looked like Duke could bring it back. They went ahead, and then the guy runs a 95-yard kickoff return back, and Carolina went ahead. So it's just, and Duke drove down the field and then threw an interception. So it's, at least it was a good game. Most of them have been kind of blowouts today, but anyway, yeah, I just warmed up quite a bit. I noticed as it's warmed up, the alcohol has really come out. I mean, it's really come out. I didn't mention it before, but I wasn't getting it. But boy, now that it's warmed up, yeah, it's come out quite a bit. Almost a bit too much. I might, this is tasty enough beer, I might grab another one just to throw back in the cellar and see how it ages, because straight out of the fridge, you don't get, I didn't get the alcohol, but definitely getting it now. I can feel it. Definitely a really fairly strong alcohol burn there, right through the whole mouthfeel. So I'd definitely like to stash a bottle, or at least a bottle of this, and let the booze settle and see how the other flavors came out. The maltiness has come out a lot more. What light hop bitterness I had on the finish before has diminished quite a bit. It's turned into, as it's warmed up, it's turned into a rather sweet, kind of lingering finish. The other finish lingered a little bit, but this is quite a sweet, lingering finish, which I didn't get initially when it was colder. But like I said, the hops are receded, the alcohol has come out, and it's changed completely. This is one that you might want to try, you know, straight from the fridge, a little cool, and warming up, and see what you prefer. But I will probably get another bottle of this. It's fairly reasonably priced for 9.4% Parahelio beer. Look that up in your Funkin' Wagnalls. But anyway, I'm going to give the Lagunitas the Hairy Eyeball. Nice label and everything. I'm going to give it a good solid good solid 9 out of 10. Decent, decent drinkable beer. It's got a lot of complexity and on the nose and on the palate, and a lot going on here. A lot to search for, a lot to figure out, and other than the booze once it warmed up, pretty solid beer. So I'm gonna, you know, like I said, I get one, let the booze mellow out a little bit, and let the other flavors come out and see what it turns into. But yeah, good solid beer. So till next time, everybody, cheers. Let's keep drinking good beers.